Let's see. Welcome to the Terror Dome, y'all. Can I get a one if you can hear me? It's late, so I'm gonna be a little goofy. Okay, let's get a one in the building. I'm glad y'all stopped by. I didn't think all of y'all would show up like y'all did. What y'all doing up? It's past your bedtime. Who we got before we drag a DustMaster? Aisha B's in the building. They're all the ones go. Okay. Trina's here. Jolie is here. Lewis Plays Games is here. Scorpio Forever, how you doing, baby? Nebaia is here. Of course, I'm here. In here, comment in the comment section. What's happening? Tiana B is here. V in Training is here. Dusties are ugly. Her name is, we just gonna say Dusties are ugly. And I agree. Miss Pretty Nurse 83 is here. Bonita Applebaum is here. I see Eric already got time the fuck out. Hey, Trinity, she's here. I'm Over It is here. Love Thyself is here. Okay. Baby Queen, Satin Doll, y'all came out. What are y'all doing up? I know y'all not used to seeing me this late, but let's do some Saturday night roasting. Well, before y'all walked in the door, you already knew. Look at this. Look at him. See, they can't get enough of us, y'all. Anyway, before y'all came in the door, y'all knew that Dusties are broke. They're broke. And they want you to fuck them without money, without status, without resources, without whatever. And if they manage to spend a couple dollars on you, you know what that means. They want you to throw that ass in a circle. So let me set up the video for y'all. We have us a DustMaster that took his ass on a date with a woman that he had been begging to go out with over Instagram for 3 months. 3 months of thirst. Okay. She finally agreed. Why? I don't know. But she agreed. Apparently, ordering a steak in Blackistan means that you want to fuck. I had no clue. I thought you just said, hey, can we get it on? But apparently ordering an expensive steak means that you want to fuck. Y'all prepare yourself for the bullshit. Let's go. Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse.
Bomb. Hey, yep. I valeted over here.
Okay, thank you so much for the food.
What? Why you give me a hug?
Thank you. I'm just
I valeted over here though.
Oh, you parked here?
Yeah. Come on,
Okay,
I parked over here.
I already called me an Uber. You don't have to
What?
give me a ride.
What do you mean you called you an Uber?
Yeah, you don't have to give me a ride. I already called myself an Uber. Thank
Well,
you.
Yeah, I
Thank
mean,
for
you ain't
inviting
coming.
me out.
You ain't coming with me.
Why would I?
My crib. I don't know.
Your crib? I didn't know we were supposed to go.
I mean, I didn't either until you ordered that $600 meal.
What?
What?
What do you mean 600?
I mean, what you ordered? You don't understand that big old steak you just ordered?
Big old
Yeah.
steak.
And we didn't even get to see the Salt Bay, dude. So I'm
had a
saying,
good
like,
time,
what?
but
Wait.
Wait,
So
I thought
you're
you
really
had
trying to leave me?
I thought you had a good time overall.
I did have. I had a great
I
time.
thought we
That
were
wasn't the thing.
too, but we didn't like.
That ain't the
end up
thing.
seeing
You
it.
gotta hear me out. That ain't the thing. I'm saying, like, I just wanted to come. I know dude from social media, so I thought we was gonna come and, I was gonna try a couple appetizers and stuff. But after you ordered the steak, I figured you was really into me, if you know what I'm saying.
No, well, we're at this place where they have.
Nah, man,
these
you don't get it,
amazing-
man.
They have
You don't
these
get it.
amazing steaks.
I
What
mean,
do
who you
want
think
me
I
to
am,
do?
Big Meech? You think I'm Big Meech? You know?
Why would you bring me here then?
What do you mean? You recommended this. Why would you bring me here? I said I wanted to go on a date. We could have walked around, hold hands on South Beach or something. You know what I'm saying? I could have got you a rose or something simple.
Don't make me feel bad about.
No. Make me feel bad. How am I making you feel bad? I'm just saying, maybe we can go get some booze. I'm not trying to like saying that you should come to my house, but I mean you could come to my house. I'm just saying, I ain't saying come to my house. I just thought we was kicking it after that, not just this hour and then we done.
You know what? just wasting
Oh
my
my
whole
God.
time.
Oh, you know what?
You're a waste of
You know what?
time,
I got
like,
this. Let's figure this out right now.
my
You know what I'm
Uber's
saying?
about to
Time
be
out, time
here.
out, time out.
Uber's about to
Time out, time out, time out, time out. Come here, come here. Let's figure this out. Hey, how about this? Okay, so I left the tip. So check this out. You give me 250. Look it, we gonna make this real easy. I'll
Wait,
unfollow
what?
you. I'll unfollow you on Instagram. You give me 250 and I'll act like this never happened. Yeah, this is just half of your tip. This is not even, this is way more.
my God.
That's actually way less than what I actually want from it.
Dude,
I really want like 5.
You've been begging me to go on a date with you
I
for
know.
3 months.
I know, and
You
I
understand?
literally just
Do you
regretted it.
understand who-
I literally
do you
just
understand
regretted
who
it.
Just told you. Just
Oh
gave
my
you a
gosh.
yes to go on a date with you. Do you understand?
Do you think that's gonna?
Do you see
All
what
right.
this is right now?
You know what?
It
I'm
should be a
gone.
pleasure for
Yo,
you to even say-
get out of
for me to
here.
even say hi
You
to
ordered the most expensive steak. You better get your bro. All right, I'm gone.
Yo, there's so much to break down here. Really don't even know where to start. Okay. I really don't even know where to start because it was so dusty from beginning to end. Those 3 minutes. I wanted to stop a couple times in the middle, but you know, I didn't so that y'all can see the whole goddamn thing. First of all, if you got a thirsty Dusty on the other end of your social media, block him. Let's start there. After 3 months, she caved and went. He said, "We didn't even see the Salt Bay dude." First of all, sir, listen, if you don't have money, you should not be dating. You should be out here trying to get money so you can afford to date. That's number one. Did y'all see where he split up the math, where he wanted half the meal money back? Apparently, ordering a steak is out of their league, and the bill was $600. There's some people that are very, very well to do now. They look like bacon. That was half of his income not too long ago. So if you order a meal and it's $600 with a dusting, they're gonna want you to do a handstand, give them some head, then get back on the handstand and throw your ass in a circle on top of their penis. There's nothing that she could have ordered there that he wouldn't have expected sex because they don't have anything. Okay? Trinity, what the fuck?
It's ridiculous. And then, at the end, he spazzed out and he tried to call her broke, but he's complaining about a $600 meal. Like, and it's just like he's complaining about it, which means that he couldn't even afford it to begin with. Because most dudes, if they're mad at a girl, cool, they're not going to bring up the bill, especially if they got it like that. And he clearly didn't. That's why he called her broke, because he genuinely couldn't afford the meal. So, I
When
mean,
he called her
it just
broke, I
is what
was
it
done.
is.
When he
Right.
called her broke, I was done. Wendy's 4 for $4. They still want you to go ahead and throw your ass in the circle. I don't know
Right.
why people keep trying it. And that was his preference as well.
Yeah, that was the preference. So even when it comes to their preference, they don't know how to treat women. So at this point, it's like black men are just broken altogether. They don't know how to treat any woman, whether you're the preference or not.
I
I
wish
think
he would have put the camera on himself so I can prove a point. I'm sure he was uglier than the fuck.
Right.
Also, he probably was not dressed for the occasion.
Right.
FSLG, I heard you chiming in. Go ahead, babe.
I'm sorry.
Tell
She
me
did
you're
him a
sorry.
favor.
Right.
And and so apparently Billy Boy here is trying to date above his station. Okay. And I'm sorry. No. And I think she should not have even had the conversation with him. No, get in your Uber. Bye. He
Honey,
wasn't even worth that conversation. I would
why
have
she
charged him more.
the fact of the matter is he was begging her for a date for 3 months. She should have known that this was going to turn out like this. He don't have it. He's thirsting over the internet. That's red flag number one. Kyra,
Hi, Daisy.
hey.
T- So there's a couple things to unpack here. First of all, this notice mammies who are secretly watching. Notice he he dated out of his league. He could have gone with a woman who would have been happy to go 2 for $25 at Applebee's or hit up Chili's happy hour. But no, he actively pursued a woman he needed to pay for. And also for you fence sitters, see, this is exactly what happens when you allow a dusty to wear you down. Like,
Yep. Hey, can we go? Hey, can we go? I promise I'll treat you right. You can pick the restaurant. You can do this. You can do that. Girl, you fine. Over 3 months and she caved. That's exactly what happened.
that's exactly what happened. So those of you on the fence, just see, that's exactly what's going to happen if you let a black man wear you down. Don't date him because you're going to be in this sort of shit.
Welcome to the panel, JoJo.
Hey everybody, can we just talk about how this Negro just like literally called her broke? Like you asked her out. What does her money matter? You asked her out.
Well,
like I'm very confused at this. And it reminded me of a comment thread that I saw here on YouTube. I think it was yesterday, of black men telling black women, "Oh, go own something, go build something." The hell?
well, the roles
Did
have
I miss
changed in
something?
the
Did you all of a sudden grow a vagina overnight?
Oh, they
Well-
always had one. That dick ain't nothing but a long ass clit. Don't let it fool you. That is a 5-inch clit that they walking around with, and they looking for a knight in shining armor. That's exactly
5?
what's going
Oh.
on. Go ahead, Kyra.
I mean, see, that's the thing. Go build something. First of all, it's their job to build. And considering that we are women, we've actually done a pretty good job of, we have the most home ownership out of the black community. We have the most business ownership. So I don't know what they're talking about.
Savannah Clamp, I've never seen you up here. What's going on, babe?
Nothing much. Just enjoying the live. This is my first time up here.
Okay, welcome up here. And if you want to drag, you can just jump in there. But what I'm telling y'all is this: it doesn't matter what race you are. If you engage a dusty, you're gonna get dusty treatment in return because they don't have it to give. They don't have it to give.
Did you notice also he was too lazy and or too stupid to just get an actual prostitute? See, that's the thing. Like, what he wanted was a prostitute. Why not just go for a prostitute? Oops, I forgot. Most prostitutes don't accept black men as clients. I'm sorry.
Well,
I
they
answer my own question.
They expect you to fuck on the first date, and then they'll run to the internet and say them bitches be fucking on the first date. You will be spinning around in circles trying to meet their demands. And I honestly, the way she walking away, I had pulled it back a little bit. The way she's walking away lets me know
that
he's hit.
place was bomb.
She is out of there. All he see is ass and heels, because she is out of there. Okay, come on, let's go.
Hey, yep, I valeted over here.
Okay, thank you so much for the food.
What? Why you give me a hug?
Why are you giving me a hug? I was wondering the same thing. Why is she hugging him? Now she need to be deloused. Thank you, VN training.
What?
Thank you. I'm just,
I valeted over here though.
oh, you parked here?
Yeah, come on.
Okay,
I parked up here.
I already called me an Uber. You don't have to
What?
give me a ride.
What do you mean you called you a Uber?
She said it in good English. I called me an Uber. Translation: you will not be jumping between my legs tonight, sir. Dude with the long clit. Go ahead, Kyra.
Oh, I have nothing to add this time.
Oh, I was
Okay.
gonna. That
Go
was
ahead,
me.
babe.
Oh, I was gonna say that, black men will call these women gold diggers and say that they're just after money. But when she gave him a hug and she was thanking him, she seemed pretty grateful to me. And she wasn't being needy about it. She was like, okay, I got it. I'm gonna call me an Uber. You don't have to take me home. I got this. So, like, black men are just very disingenuous, because she seemed grateful to me. She seemed like she had a good time. So
That's all you're supposed to do on the first date, technically. You're
Right.
supposed to
I agree.
You're supposed to get to know each other, have conversation over a meal. You're not supposed to be looking at the price of the meal to see, oh yeah, when she ordered this expensive shit, I'm gonna hit that.
Okay, I just figured out something.
But, sorry.
Go ahead, Divesto G.
So when black men especially look at a woman, they're putting a price tag on her in terms of her worthiness, right? He couldn't afford that $600, or he wouldn't have been penny pinching afterwards and telling her this or that. Okay,
That $600 fucked him up for the next month, babe.
Right, but
He's
she
done.
was very gracious. I mean, really, she was doing him a favor, and he doesn't get it. That's what I'm saying. Even if he could afford the $600 and 10 more dates, they all have this attitude towards women in general.
They're very entitled.
They put they stamp on your head or your ass the minute they look at you to see, will I hit that, and how much is it going to cost me, and if it should be worth nothing.
She looks mortified to me. Would you look at her face? She looks like, I don't know. I hopefully I can get out of this. Hopefully he don't start acting like a whole fucking animal, because she has the internet too. She sees what the fuck goes on. She looks mortified to me. She's giving him 6 feet like he got C-19. Okay. And then here's the deal. Even if she caved, we got a whole nother issue going on. Baby girl might come up with a baby, a bastard that he doesn't want, and a Star Crunch coochie. Anyway, welcome, Sapphire.
Hey, ladies.
Hey, auntie.
I'm happy to be here tonight.
I'm happy you here.
Girl, listen, I'm ready to throw my laptop out of my window. I'm done. Yeah. I had something similar like that happen to me. The only difference is I wasn't on a date with the guy. It was a guy that I had a class with, and we ended up exchanging numbers only to like have like study groups, because when you're in college, this is what you do, you understand. And I guess one day we were studying, and he was trying to pressure me to go somewhere in Queens, another borough in New York, to try to take me out to this Chinese place. And I just didn't understand what was going on. I'm like, we're here to study. What do you mean go to Queens? I don't have time for that. We have a midterm and whatnot.
Study. Dusties can't read. They can't read.
Well, guess what, Daisy? I learned the hard way, because when he ended up going to someplace close to get us something to eat, because again, that's what people do. We take turns as study partners to buy each other lunch. He tried to kiss me.
Ew.
He tried, Daisy, I think I almost dropped dead right there. I
don't have any Zofran to give the people in the chat. Zofran is an anti-emetic / anti-nausea medication. Kissing a Dusty, that y'all, if y'all have any nausea medication, go get it, because it's getting worse, y'all.
Guys, like, I was so shocked, because I'm like, to them, women are just tools, are just deposit boxes, some device to just do their thing. I just don't understand. Dating is a process to know someone, not the end goal of sex. The end goal is to develop a relationship. I don't think they have the capacity, and they don't understand that dating is to get to know people.
Right.
They're crazy.
Right.
They think they're entitled to you. They don't even have to spend $600. They might buy you a cup of Starbucks coffee and think that they, you want to come to my house.
Listen, ain't a cup of coffee in the world good enough, except for El Devereaux coffee, to have sex with no goddamn body.
Right.
I swear. India, welcome to the panel, sweetheart.
Hello. This is my first time ever calling into a show.
Okay. Well, I'm proud that you made my show the first show you ever called into. I feel privileged.
Yeah. I just wanted to say, I cannot stand black men. I swear I cannot. I can't stand the black boys. I can't stand them. I can't. Lord have mercy.
Like Medusa said, they're super predators. Yes, they are.
Like
anything that they do for you that they can muster up, because they're not, providers, protectors, or anything. So if they do anything for you, if you drop your pencil and they pick it up, they think you're supposed to give them a whole hour of raw sex, because they're idiots.
Yeah. He wanted a prostitute. They can't get prostitutes. That's why they're always bragging about going to other countries to sleep with poor women, because they have no value because they're poor. Well, no, okay, sorry. That's kind of rude how I said it, but it's like
no,
you can only get women from these countries who they need money, dirt poor. That's why they have no value, so they'll do anything.
But
And
like what you saying,
a lot of them are not even women; they're children. So they're predators, like you said, super predators. Wasn't it Hillary who said that? Super predators.
Yeah, and they came for her for that, but that's just the fact of the matter.
Yeah.
Mimi, welcome, Mimi. How are you? And
Hey,
there's the
Dizzy.
DZ pause. Up, she got it. Go ahead, girl. What's up?
Hey, I came up here because I just wanted to be in the back and chill, but they did say that this was a skit or something like that. That's what people were saying, but I was just like, it's just really accurate though. If this is a skit, like it's very accurate though, because you know how dusties are.
Let me tell you something. I'm sorry, but if this is indeed a skit, the accuracy is better than the weatherman. Okay?
It's through the roof.
And then it come to think of it, what Dusty has $600? That should have been the red flag right there. They don't have
Exactly.
on shit. And like Nisha Jordan just said, bitch, that's the whole goddamn rent money for the basement, room and board at the mama house.
But whether or not it's a skit or it's real, this is still real though. This happens literally all the time. They don't even have to spend money on you to feel entitled to your body. They don't even have to spend money on you. They just feel entitled to you all the damn time. Like there was even a trend that went on that a black man started. He asked the woman, was she coming back to his place? She said no. And they had like this way that you could split the bill on the like a little tablet thing that was on the table. And he pressed split the bill when she said that she wasn't going to his place. And there was a whole trend that started after that of men doing that to women.
Well, if this is a skit, I've had this situation before, not over $600, but the last Dusty I went on a date with, he took me to Taco Mat.
Oh my God, you went on a date with a Dusty. My condolences, by the way. Keep going.
So we went to Taco Mac, and for those of you who don't know, Taco Mac they're kind of known for wings. It's like a sports restaurant. And the thing is, this Dusty, he wouldn't even let me have my own plate of wings. We had to share. and he was real butthurt that I ordered a margarita. Again, we're at a casual sports restaurant with wings that's mainly focuses on wings and beer. But guess what?
You had to share your wings with him?
Yes, I couldn't just have my own plate of wings. We had to share.
I'm surprised Dusty would share his chicken with anybody. I'm just gonna keep that real. Okay, and I'm surprised he didn't go ahead and take it because they are so fucking aggressive. It's ridiculous. I'm hollering at Corey. He said, yes, I'm a 51-year-old zaddy. This chat room is off the chain. Anyway, it's all you divested OG. They down there getting it. Divested OG, you still there, Hunty Bunty?
Well, yes.
Okay, it's on you.
It's on me?
It is. Girl,
Okay.
She said busted open for lemon pepper wings. I knew when I came on here late we was going to be acting silly. That's why I can't stop laughing. Go ahead, babe. I'm sorry.
Nothing really surprises me anymore. And I used to be pretty sad about it, even though it's not the milieu I'm in. But the more I'm seeing this and the other stuff that I've seen on your platforms, like there's no hope. I mean, who's teaching these idiots? Is it like idiot school? They go to idiot school, they learn the stupid shit, misogynistic shit, and then they try it out on women or girls? I mean,
well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I saw a post on Facebook with this idiot mammy up there. She has a 15-year-old son, or whatever y'all want to call him, and she found out that he had been spending money on a girl that he liked at the school, and she dragged him so fucking hard. I told my son that you don't be spending money on these bitches. She's calling high schoolers bitches. You don't be spending your money on these bitches. So you ask where they getting it from. They're getting it from their mama. You want him to treat you like his father that left you with him, like you. That's all it is. That's all it is. Go ahead, babe.
Go ahead. I do you one better. That Alive, I don't know if you've seen it, but it was Alive where this woman was kicking out her Dusty because he don't pay no bills, no nothing. He was in her house because she had a woman up in there, and that woman told her, was like, yeah, I've been in your house. This is what it looks like. This is what's in there. Yes, he had me in your house. So she kicked him out. It was all on live. His mama went live. And his mama was like, "You are broke, bitch. This is income housing and blah blah blah, all this other stuff." I told him to get himself an anesthesiologist. The fuck does that have to do with it? So you telling him to get a bitch with more money and he don't got no money? He finna come live at your house. Like, so you taught your son to get a woman to take care of him after you told her that if she was your daughter, you would have told her to drop your son. Like, you so damn ass backwards.
They
Yeah.
all take the side of the son, whether he's right, wrong, or indifferent. They'll ask the girl if she got a big ass black eye by her son, what you say, because he normally not violent like that. Go ahead.
Yeah, like a lot of these my bad. I was gonna say, like, a lot of these women, I hate to say it, but it's literally the truth that these women is literally 50% of the problem in the black community. It just is what it is. Like, they literally, you know, when they raise these boys, I get it, they're single mothers, you can only do so much, but as an adult and what you influence in your kid, they pick up on that, and then they take it to school. Like, I remember I used to go to school with black boys who used to be very, very disrespectful, and they used to disrespect their teachers a lot. And when the mothers would be called up to the school, guess whose side they took?
Of
Their
course.
their sons. And they used to, because I remember I seen my teacher, I'm not gonna say her name, of course, but my teacher back in middle school, she had a conversation with this one little boy's mama. And I don't know what the little boy did, but all I know is that the mama came up to the school. She was very hostile. She took her son's side, and you know, that's just what these women do. Like, you know, and it's fine to take your kid's side, but when you don't go home and you don't discipline them in private and tell them that they're wrong, then that's when it's really an issue. So these women are half of the reason why black men are the way they are. It just is what it is. They
I
are
think
somewhat the
that's
problem.
very true, because when they end up, when you don't discipline them, mammies, this is for you. When you don't discipline your son and he's done something wrong, they end up having to build a statue for him because he placed his neck on someone's knee. That's just what it is.
I told my son's 17. I told him, honey, you don't get an education, you don't get a job, you don't deserve sex. So you need to get on it.
Sex is literally for men with money. It is. It is. Because you know how much risk you're taking laying down having sex with someone. You literally can get up out of that bed with something that you did not lay down with and is incurable. And you can also have a baby that you don't want. It's so, you know, it's only for men with money.
Can I say oh, sorry, DZ.
Welcome to the panel, Shuey Poet.
Hi, I just wanted to say it's so disappointing. And also, if the preferences are getting treated that way, there's no hope for you. So just divest.
Yeah. That was quick and easy. Go ahead, Trinity. You were saying something, honey.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say something for the people in the chat. If someone disagrees with me, that's fine. They're able to disagree if they want. Please don't time people out, please. If they're being respectful about it, then I think it's okay for them to disagree with my opinion, because, you know, it's just an opinion. So I think,
well, the stats out here says what the majority of what's being said is true. If you look at the stats, they are the number one motherfuckers headed to the goddamn jail. Why? Because when they do stuff that they can't be placed in jail for when they're a minor, you don't say anything about it. So once the cops get a hold of them, you can't come up to the school, quote unquote. The police station ain't getting ready to let you have your say. They getting ready to arrest your ass too if you don't take your ass home.
Right.
And it hurts the kids. It hurts the kids. They never learn.
Right. Could I add something too? What I also realize is not only that the mom takes the son's side when she is not around and he does wrong, the moms would, like, let's say if there is a situation where the son is doing something wrong in front of them, even then they won't correct the child. If you try to correct the child, and this is something that has personally happened to me, where the child is doing something wrong, the son, you know, and you're not yelling at the child, you're just placing a boundary on the sons. Mammies get upset when you place boundaries on their sons. They ready to fight you, bite you, kick you, burn you. They ready to fight.
Any man
And
in the community, they're wanting to fight over them. And the with mammies, their sons, that's their only version of a husband that they ever had, because they keep fucking dusties and they keep fucking them and leaving them. So
yeah.
the son, by the time he's 16, 17 years old, she's sending him to get her prescription. She's sending him to the store. That's her little husband. So when you try to come in and date him when he's 18 years old, it's like he has another woman. It's like you're fucking her man. So that's why she gives you drama. And I said what I said. That's her little husband.
That
And Stacey,
psychopathology has to go.
I want to add and piggyback off of what Trinity said. She's absolutely right. It is these mammy mothers, and the thing is, these mammy mothers, they go up to the school and they coddle and minimize anything their little son does, and then all that does is that leads that boy into turning into a man who runs into a brick wall. So, your little Ray couldn't serve detention. So now he just keeps escalating. Now he's getting expelled.
Well, when Ray gets detention, that's racist. You understand what I'm saying? He grew up without a father. He grew up impoverished. So therefore, he can't get corrected. No, ma'am, that's not how this works.
They have to be corrected consistently and often. Because if you see, that's the thing. They let up on it. No parent is perfect. I understand that. But if you let up on them, they will say, gee, I can get this far. Gee, I can get this far. And they will do that with everything in life. Everything. My son started missing the bus when he was 13 years old. And he was oversleeping, not getting on the bus, right? So he did this like 3 times. And I told him, I said, you can't do it anymore. He did it again. So I had him pack his backpack and everything on it in his backpack. I told him to walk your ass down the road and I'm going to follow you. Keep walking. It started raining. He kept walking. Started raining harder. He kept walking. Can I get in the car? No. You're going to learn not to oversleep. You're going to learn that responsibilities mean responsibilities. You get your ass up. Just like I do every morning.
After your son turns 18, y'all, for y'all divested women, y'all did your job. And you can divest from your son too, by the way, if he don't fall in line. A lot of people don't want to admit that shit, but if he's 18 and he acting as dusty as these other motherfuckers, you can divest from his ass too.
Can I also add that with the whole mother situation? Okay, so when I was growing up, I saw mothers who would instigate fights with their child. Like they would encourage their child to fight and they will watch and they will record and they'll start calling the other kid the B word, H words. So these women are very problematic. They not only, because I told you guys before in the Discord that there were little girls who used to come to school in the 4th grade, 5th grade, and all of that. They'll used to brag about how their mothers don't care if they got suspended for fighting. I kid you not. These girls literally bragged about not getting in trouble for getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And these mothers are very problematic. It was women like that in my neighborhood who watched 2 little girls go at it with each other.
The little girls don't count. The little girls don't count in the Black community. They don't.
Even
they
if
are
they're
very
play
expendable.
fighting. Right.
Yeah, I've watched my auntie, tell my cousin, you beat her ass, so I'm going to beat your ass.
You know how toxic that is?
Yeah, and I proceeded to watch my cousin give this girl the beat down of a lifetime because she knew what was waiting now. If she didn't win that fight, she knew what was waiting on her.
That sounds like a goddamn maniac.
There's something wrong with if you are enjoying or instigating fights for your children. That's what happened to that little Micaiah Bryant kid, I think, where people were instigating the fight.
Yeah, I think so
she
too.
ended up dead.
Yep. If somebody has to come in and break up your little family, they will. Your men don't add anything to the community, so once they get on the business end of the pistol, you might as well go ahead and pick your funeral home. It is what it is because they don't add anything to the culture. They don't add anything to society. It's all toxic as fuck.
And to add to that, DZ, because they're never disciplined, they either end up expelled, fired from a job, facing the business end of a gun, or dying by autoerotic asphyxiation by some other man's knee.
Y'all, speaking of the knee, they put out a picture of him today, and he just as fine as he was when he got arrested. Anyways, but yeah, you have to go ahead and divest from some of these grown adults in your family. We did a live about the Dusties in your family. They're not exempt because they're related to you. Hate to tell you that even if they were good to you, that's somebody in your family that treated some other black woman like shit. And if you do the wrong thing, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna experience that his ass is dusty too, and learn the fucking hard way.
To add to that, as a personal experience, I had to go through that with my grandfather. I always thought my grandfather was a unicorn, and he's as a grandfather, I couldn't imagine a better grandfather. But when I looked at the total sum of his behaviors in dealing with other women, like his employees, my grandmother, then I had to take him off of that unicorn mantle.
Yeah, my grandfather was good too, but he cheated on my grandmother like a motherfucker. So he was dusty. He had a whole other family that we had no clue about. We had no clue about it. Now, this is you got cousins walking around that you don't even know are your cousins because the niggas in your community are so dusty. And that shit is disgusting. It's dangerous too.
DZ, you remember that Facebook post I showed you where that couple got together? They didn't know they were brother and sister because of community dick.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, think about it. So you have these black dudes out here slinging dick, and so especially in like rural areas or like low income areas, people don't typically leave those areas. So you have a bunch of half siblings and first cousins getting together, growing up, and then having sex with each other.
Somebody speculated that that's why there's a lot of quote unquote special needs in black schools.
Okay. I remember growing up where I live at. When I used to go to school with the kids, it just seemed like every school I went to, or every time I made a new friend, quote unquote, they were always cousins with somebody else. I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm friends with so and so, and they would be like, oh yeah, that's my cousin. I'd be like, what? And then every time I go to another school, it's like they're always cousins with somebody, or they're always half siblings. And I just always thought that was weird, or they were like related in some capacity. Like it was just ridiculous. I'm just like, why is everybody related to everybody where I'm at, rather it's blood or whatever? But the thing is that it just seemed like everybody was just family members somehow.
My sister is a teacher here in Georgia, okay? And you know how you have to fill out the emergency cards, who to contact when the kid is hurt, ill, sick, whatever. There's a lot of repeat names up under the father slot. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of kids that don't even know each other, and the father's name is repeated on several of the kids' cards.
My God.
So when they get to high school and the attraction starts happening and they start dating, hey, don't say we didn't tell you, because that happens. It happens.
It happened to me twice.
When
I was in elementary school. It happened to me twice.
What do you mean?
When I was in, 5th grade, a boy came up to me with my same last name. I didn't know anything about this kid. He came up to me and said, hey, I'm your half brother, Larry. Oh, what? You what? You what? Wow. And so I didn't believe it. That's a made up name, but I didn't believe it. And then another girl in high school came to me and said, hey, I'm your sister, whatever. And she didn't look anything like me or my siblings, but she insisted that she was my sister. So I go back to my father and say, who are these people?
Did he admit it?
I said, well, I asked him in this way. I said, is there any chance that these people could be my half siblings? He said, yes.
Look at what that says on. Look at what Benita Applebaum put up there. She said, "My second cousin married her cousin, and not she had not one, but two babies with him." Do you understand what I'm saying? That's listen. The dust. Where's the Zyrtec? Where's the goddamn Zyrtec? I gotta get my ass up. That is so fucking disgusting. And somebody else put the hills have eyes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I honestly believe that that's why a lot of LD, learning disabilities, and so on and so forth, you know, up
We
in the
need
black
Maury.
community. Mm.
And what's funny to me is that they talk about white people. That that's the thing that that gets me every time. And now I'm just starting to think that when African Americans specifically talk about white people, what they're really doing is projection. Like when we talk about incest, the P word, the pedos in the
Mm-hmm.
community, when we talk about, the age gaps, because you know how some white people would date in a huge age gap, fine, I'll give you that. But I know way more black people who do the same thing. And then when they talk about nasty food, nasty hygiene, all of it is just projection.
A
Everything,
dusty don't shower.
right? Because
Girl, have you ever smelled the back wind of a dusty that's walking real
yes,
fast? The shit about to arch your damn eyebrows
I
without a razor.
I used to go to school with little black boys that smelled like period blood. Like, I kid you not.
Oh shit.
Like, no, like seriously, like they used
God.
to smell like period blood. It was disgusting.
Man, listen. And then when you lay down with them, your twerk wind ain't no better, sis, mammies. Your twerk wind is about to take our eyebrows off too.
You know, DZ, that kind of adds a whole new context to, in the black community, at least the African American community, we're always supposed to call each other brother and sister. It kind of takes on a whole new meaning when you think about it now.
Yeah.
I just refused to do it.
Why don't you help a brother out? Or why don't you help a sister out? Or hey brother, bitch, I never seen you a day in my life.
No,
But
I don't
he
know.
might be your brother, the way the dick is slung in this
Probably.
community.
But the worst part is I've watched these dudes because DZ has called, where I used to live, Niggerville, and she named it perfectly. Right? She named it perfectly.
It is
And
Niggerville.
one thing I'm gonna tell you is I've watched these dudes have sex with a girl, turn around and go have sex with another one, not clean themselves. I've like my stepbrother used to stink like you would not believe
Mm.
with a perfectly good shower right there. And I'm just like, if you don't go wash your ass, you finna go have sex with a girl, please go wash your ass.
There's a film that's on them too. When I used to work in med surge, and y'all know anybody that's ever been in the hospital, that little pink basin they bring the little raggedy ass soap, and it's for you to wash ass. As soon as you put it in front of them, they never use it. It's like, this is here for you to wash up, right? Yeah, no. They have this really thin, damn near clear to white film on their penis because they don't bathe. They don't bathe.
Ew.
And then you got mammies out here sucking that shit all the way down to the base. Miss me.
Girl, sucking it, licking balls, all of that. And I just realized I had a slip of the ERDV. My bad. I'm sorry about that. But
No,
what you said, like that popped up in my head. But yeah, I've seen these girls like get nasty on some unclean stuff.
yeah. Slob coming all down their goddamn lip, girl. And then you
Girl, I
bragging.
mean,
Bragging
sucking
that you
balls and
doing that.
everything.
Girl, I can't.
And
And
then
they
you
out,
wonder why you got strep throat.
and they out here eating booty.
Ew.
Oh my gosh, can you believe that Faith Evans put her face in Biggie Smalls' ass?
I'm surprised she didn't get lost.
Exactly.
We
Okay.
now,
Surprised she
girl,
was able to come back out.
we now live in a world where these men admit to liking it.
Mm.
One man was like, I let a woman lick my gooch. I don't even know what a gooch is. And then another man said, oh, well, he said a woman pit his legs back as he laid on his back and she ate his ass and he enjoyed it. So now that's the standard for him.
Mm.
Oh, to that little, I want that cretin in the chat who said you are what you attract. Well, then, I guess black men are thugs, and so they attract the cops.
I didn't even see that go up there. I mean,
Okay, Kay Sloan's been on and she blocked him already, but since we're gonna do the whole law of attraction shit, well, I guess y'all keep attracting cops for a reason, and poverty and unemployment. You are what you attract.
I'm
And
telling
somebody
you.
said something earlier, and I was gonna ignore it, but I might as well just address it now since we're addressing trolls. Somebody wrote earlier that we're the ones who are raising these men, quote unquote. First of all, so that just proves that you guys don't raise your kids. So thank you for proving another statistic. Second of all, if black women are horrible at being mothers, like I asked before, why is it that y'all keep procreating with us? Why is it that you guys keep choosing bad then? Since we're just horrible mothers, you need to answer me that. If we're, horrible at raising sons specifically, why isn't that black men are choosing better? Y'all should have just chose better. How about that?
The fact
Y'all
that they
chose to procreate with these women.
the fact that they think they can choose, a broke man choosing is like a zebra without any stripe. It just can't happen. The fact that you keep putting out what your choices are it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Choose what? Choose what from the desperate mammies? I guess. But historically, and it needs to be currently, men with no money can't choose anything. You can't choose where you want to live. You can't choose shit, much less somebody to lay down with. Fuck out of here.
But the truth is, DZ, they are choosing, and women are letting them do it.
Well, you talking about mammies are letting them do it.
Yeah.
Mammies
Yeah.
are letting them do it. Whoever's still laying down with a dusty, that's a mammy by default.
Yeah, I
That's
said
a
that.
mammy by default. I don't care what she's saying. You lay down with a dusty, you're a goddamn mammy. It is what it is because you sleeping with somebody at the bottom of the totem pole on purpose. Really, girl?
And then why get all upset if divested women date whomever they wish?
Because it makes their dusty upset, sis. That's why.
Well,
I don't care about their dusty. I just want to live my life.
Well, my hypothesis about this is they're not thinking in terms of lovers because you're right. They should, if they're looking in terms of mates, they should be happy that more and more black women don't want to deal with black men because that means more black men for them. No, they're thinking in terms of sons because in the black community, black women have always been the unofficial safety net of the black man. Like my grandmother, until she was 81, she always had some black male relative rotating in her spare room, whether it was a grown son, a nephew, a grandson, a cousin. And who's going to fulfill that role if you divest? You're not going to let your dusty nephew sleep in your spare room indefinitely and eat up all your food and not pay anything. Who's going to give him some pussy?
Right.
I hope somebody's gonna give somebody.
There's no more backup plan.
Right. The woman is always the financial backup plan for the male.
And so they're thinking in terms of sons. Who's going to take care of my son, my grown son? Because, most of these mammies, they know deep in their heart, 9 times out of 10, that their son or their male relative isn't shit.
That's their husband, girl. Them people is the closest they ever gonna get to a goddamn husband. That's why they do that shit.
Right. And have y'all noticed how the baby showers are starting to look like weddings?
Yes.
They're so extravagant for no reason.
Y'all, we talked about that. Like that one girl, Ari Fletcher, the baby mama to G Herbo, like she literally had on a white flowing gown. And her reception looked like a grand reception hall that you will see for a wedding reception. Like it was all decked out like you would expect a wedding to be. Wow. And she had on a white dress with a train.
Right. Like, did y'all see Yaya Mayweather's baby shower? Hers,
and this is the daughter of a millionaire. Do you hear me? She's still Lord. Let me not. Go ahead.
Her father is a dusty.
Well, that's another thing.
Like that just proves that money don't change nothing in black men. It just gives them more opportunities to do what they do.
Right, because you can take a person out the hood, but you can never take the hood out the person. So it doesn't matter if they have money or not. In fact, just like JoJo said, you know what these rappers, like from the 90s, like the Suge Knights of the world and the Tupacs of the world, what they do, they go out and they get chains, they get more drugs, they get more, you know what I'm saying? They get more of the stuff, and they're like, they just get hooder
The world
10
has been
times.
very good to Dusties. Do you understand that Floyd Mayweather can't read and he got more money than you can shake a stick at?
Can
The
he?
motherfucker can't read.
Mike
R.
Tyson
Kelly was
couldn't
a
read.
successful artist, and he's illiterate.
That's
He can't
true.
read. No, I don't think the nigga can write.
Yeah, they was writing his lyrics for him.
Here we
And
go,
made a nice
y'all.
little
This
stamp
this
on the
this
music
part of the
industry.
show has come. Y'all ready? All
Mammies
right.
are evil.
May I help you, SGOTI? Here we go. Every goddamn time. Remember the Dusty just said a minute ago, you are what you attract? Okay. So if you're saying that we're attracting you, I'm going to have to reevaluate myself. Why are y'all Dusties over here? Why? It's Saturday night, y'all. Do I have to go through this again? It's Saturday night. It's midnight. Everything is supposed to be on some intimate shit right now, unless you're at a party or something. You should be with somebody that gives a fuck whether you live or die. Instead, you in my chat room trying to get my attention, waving your bussy all over the place, trying to get my attention. And I'm trying to figure, I'm not into bussy. I'm not into it. There's a couple of
DZ,
chat
you're
rooms that are
famous.
into it, so go to that chat room. Matter of fact, let me expel you from up out of here, because every time you bring your punk ass over here, you pussy out and don't say nothing.
DZ, you're famous. I mean, you have fans. They waited till midnight to, see you go live. You're very famous.
Tell him to clean. Tell him to clean the bussy, okay, while he goes. Okay.
Not
Tell him to
only are
clean
they
it.
subscribed, they got their notifications on and everything. They beat the divested women over here half the damn time.
Right. They don't know how to wash up. Even if you do give them a shower and some soap, they still don't know what to do with it. They like, what? What do I do with this? How do I use it?
And sis, that's why them and certain white women are perfect. Like there was, I don't know if y'all remember this, but like over a year ago, there was a whole Twitter thread of white women saying that they don't wash. I swear I'm not joking.
Please
After
stop
Taylor Swift
playing.
came
I
out and said that she
remember
don't,
seeing that.
yes,
Yes.
after Taylor Swift came out and said she don't wash her legs, all of these white women were like, "Oh well, I just wash my face and under my arms and I get out. Oh well, I don't wash my legs because the soap goes down." Or I only wash the upper half of my body, or I only wash my hair and then I get out. It was a whole bunch of white women saying that they don't wash their bodies. Period.
Yeah, they only
Yep.
wash their private parts and their armpits. And you know who actually did a video on that? Like maybe a year ago.
Sis, I hate to break it to you, but some of them don't wash their privates. I'm just
Yeah, that too.
want
Especially
to
if
lay
they're
that
like
out.
really morbidly obese. They really don't.
Well, you can't reach it. Every time I took care of an obese patient, it always came just close, just the fingertips to get by their pubic area, but it doesn't get to the business part. They can't reach it. They
Girl,
can't, and they can't reach the asshole either. Sorry to
Yeah.
it's
paint
okay.
that picture for y'all.
And another white woman just recently went viral a few weeks ago for saying the exact same thing. I wash my hair, I let the soap drip down, and then I get out because it's a waste of time to shower and wash my whole body because the soap drips down. And then went off and then proceeded to go off on black women for roasting her.
It's called
Listen.
exfoliation. You need to wash that crap, all of it.
Do they not?
It's called
they-
personal hygiene for a fucking reason.
Do they not know that you have dead skin? Like you
Right.
shed, like you
Thank
shed like
you.
snakes, but you don't see it though. Like we shed like snakes, and we have lots
Yeah.
of dirt in our skin, no matter where the body part is at. Like
Well,
that's disgusting.
y'all just found out another reason why Dusties and Becky's make good couples. They are the damsels in distress in their community, right? They are the ones that expect to be taken care of. They're the most manipulative in their respective communities, and they make the counterpart do the work. So apparently they don't wash either. Man, listen, that's a match made in hell. I can't even say nothing when they say they prefer them, because hell, they just alike.
Yeah, I mean the only difference is skin pigmentation. Other than that, they're literally the same. So I don't know why people say opposites attract. No, they're literally the same, just different pigmentations of skin.
Oh,
Just don't stand downwind.
that's what I'm saying. It waxes your
God.
eyebrows. It waxes the shit out of your eyebrows. Do you know how you get nauseated and the top of your stomach muscles kind of flinch a little bit? Whenever I smell one of them, the past wind, the wind that they leave behind smells like rancid garbage in August. Okay? Dirty goddamn rancid wind. Anyways, back to the subject at hand. Let's go and finish doing this video. We just left this shit all to the side. Let me get back to this video.
Yeah, you don't have to give me a ride. I already called myself an Uber. Thank
Well,
you.
I
Thank
mean,
for
you
inviting
ain't
me
coming.
out.
You ain't coming with me.
Why would I?
My crib. I don't know.
Your crib? I didn't know we were supposed to go.
I mean, I didn't either until you ordered that $600 meal.
What?
What?
What do you mean?
He seems bothered for real to me, y'all. I got to do my research because if this is a fucking skit, my nigga, it's one of the best skits ever. I mean, they didn't miss anything. He clowning her, what? Acting effeminate and shit. Come on, y'all.
I mean, what you ordered? You don't understand that big old steak you just ordered?
Yeah.
And we didn't even get to see the Salt Bay, dude. So I'm saying, like, what? Wait. So you're really trying to leave me?
I thought you had a good time overall.
I had a great time.
I thought we
That
were
wasn't the thing.
too, but we didn't like.
That ain't the thing. You gotta hear me out. That ain't the thing. I'm saying, like, I just wanted to come. I know dude from social media, so I thought we was gonna come and, I was gonna try a couple appetizers and stuff, but.
She don't seem nervous to y'all. Do y'all play with y'all hair when you nervous? I do.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this, knowing Dusties. I'm glad that she's was able to walk away from this okay, because they kill over less. I'm glad she was able to walk away from this.
I
You
wonder
know what
would
oh,
he
go ahead,
have
Evie.
been calm if they weren't so visible to everybody and he was already filming himself? But they don't have no common sense. He still probably would have attacked her. Go ahead, JoJo.
But one thing she was doing that I do when I feel like I'm about to be attacked, I take steps back, right?
Right.
I
She's got
always need
close
an
up on
exit
him.
plan. Yes, I always need an exit plan. I always need to step back just in case I need to turn, haul ass, just in case I need to run.
His
And she keeps
feelings
taking
sound
steps
hurt.
back.
She does. Her feelings are hurt. I mean, I'm sorry, his feelings are hurt, and she keeps looking around, basically making sure people can see them. So they need a award if they're acting. Real talk. Let's go.
And you know what? I
You
think
ordered.
Missy, she must have called for that Uber very quickly after the meal was done.
I'm sure he said something triggering during the meal. They can't help themselves. Girl,
Yeah.
I'll break your motherfucking back. You don't know me like that. You know how they say threatening
Yeah.
shit and they think the shit is a come on because they're weird
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, if she was a black woman, her jaw would have been broken. I'm just telling y'all that right now.
In 5 pieces.
What if she were
I figured
white?
you was really into me, if you know what I'm saying.
No, well, we're at this place where they have.
Nah, man,
these
you don't get it,
amazing-
man.
They have
You don't
these
get it.
amazing steaks.
I
What
mean,
do
who you
want me
think I
to
am,
do?
Big Meat?
He said, "Who do you think I am, Big Meech?" Now that person is a drug dealer, and that's the first person he thought of that was a money person in the black community. That's how dysfunctional they are. Big Meech is a drug dealer.
You know, one more thing I thought about is he's talking about we didn't even see the Salt Bay dude. Do you know how ghetto and ignorant that is? I've been to a Gordon Ramsay restaurant. I didn't expect to see Gordon Ramsay himself. I mean,
Well, they're
what the
big
fuck?
children. They're big children. If they went and got a Mickey Mouse burger, I'm sure he wanted to see Goofy. Let's see.
Yeah, it's the same like that video that went viral of this man taking his girl to the Salt Bay restaurant, and Salt Bay dropped a piece of steak in her mouth, and it was just black men all through the comments saying she for the streets because he
Well,
put a steak in her mouth.
apparently these niggas want motherfuckers from the street because he's upset that she didn't fuck him on the first date after he begged for 3 months. This is so stupid.
They really
You
treat
think I'm Big
black
Meech?
women. They
You know,
Why would you bring me here then?
what do you mean? You recommended this. Why would you bring me here? I said I wanted to go on a date. We could have walked around, hold hands on South Beach or something. You know what I'm saying?
We could have did something free, is what he meant.
Holding hands? She doesn't even know him.
We could have did something free.
Oh, jeez.
Broke bitch.
I could have got you a rose or something simple.
Don't make me feel bad about.
No. Make me feel bad. How am I making you feel bad? I'm just saying, maybe we can go get some hookah. I'm not trying to like saying that you should come to my house, but I mean you could come to my house. I'm just saying, I ain't saying come to my house. I just thought we was kicking it after that, not just this hour and then we done.
You know what? You just wasted.
Oh my God. Oh, you know what?
You're wasting.
You know what? I got this. Let's figure this out right now. You know what I'm saying? Time out. Come here. Let's figure this out. Hey, how about this? Okay, so
he got a receipt. More evidence that this may be real. The skit normally don't have a receipt, but I'm gonna, do some research on it. She started walking away because she got aggravated, and she took longer than what I would have took to get aggravated. I don't know how this shit works because I don't fuck with dusties at all. But listen, she got scared.
You can tell she's scared. You can tell she's scared. She's checking her phone like every 5 seconds.
But can we just acknowledge how this man literally said, if I wouldn't go get none, we could have took a free walk and I could have got you a cheap rose, one rose, not a bouquet, one rose, and took you on a free walk since we're not having sex.
Because they have a sense of
entitlement. Real quick.
Can I piggyback off of what JoJo? Oh, can I piggyback off of what JoJo was saying a minute ago about how black men were calling this woman a thought or whatever for taking a stake? They really look at black women as property. They look at us as we're just something that they own and that we're not allowed to, get attention from other men. We're not allowed to have fun or do whatever. And if we do whatever we want, then we're called all types of names out of the book, like as if we owe them something as a collective and them only exclusively.
I don't even think they see us as property because property is something you value. They don't value us.
But they don't value anything.
They don't value
anything.
Property is at least something that's something of value. You may treat it like crap, but it's still valuable to you. But this is something worse, much worse.
Well, black men think that we owe them something, like we owe them our bodies, we owe them our time. They claim that don't nobody want us, right? They literally come into divested spaces and get all up in the comment section and talk about how don't nobody want us.
Have y'all ever came back to? Have y'all ever came back to one of the playbacks after y'all been to the live? Come back a week later and look at how this shit is flooded with dusties that so-called don't want you. Listen, I spent a lot of time getting some of them comments up out of there. But come back in a week and watch what you see. Your jaw gonna hit the floor. Don't nobody want you. Don't nobody. But why are you here?
Yeah.
Go ahead, hon.
I just wanted to say, I'm sorry if I'm sounding a bit nervous, but it's so weird to me how, you have dusties and they gaslight us to say, oh, no one wants you, this and that, blah, 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 because they know that we're the ones that hold the community together. So if there's no black women participating in the quote unquote community, there's no community, there's no bail money, there's no support, there's nothing. They don't have anything because other races of women don't fuck with them like that.
To piggyback off of what you said, I was out, I was out and about today, running errands, shopping and stuff, and my goodness, there were so many homeless black men in the Atlanta area as I was doing my shopping.
Yes.
I'm not saying black people, I'm saying black men. There's so many of them, and that just goes back to what we were talking about earlier. If black women divest, their safety net is gone. They're not going to have someone's couch or spare room to flop in.
And that's all mammies are good for. That's all they're good for. And they'll sit down with a PhD and intellectually tell you why you have to stay in the community. Yes, they can be bad sometimes. Yes, it's because it's oppression. You're letting the Eurocentricity of your thought, they be doing all that stupid shit. Bitch, they just using you.
Yeah.
Right.
They're using you.
Yeah, like this one mammy got used to the point where she dropped out of medical school, went to law school because she was with a criminal. And she literally said every time he got locked up, I wanted him to have the best the best lawyer
No.
he could have.
Whoa.
Now she has a career that she don't want and he left her.
Wow.
Good.
You know, and
Wow.
this is what I'm saying. Like, I just feel like a lot of black women are very problematic with this because you are raised to be strong and independent. And when you don't allow for grown men to be on their own so they can figure this shit out, because we have been dealing with this before the 60s. Black women have been coddling black men for the longest. And this is why they don't get off their asses and do something. They always play victim to the system, the same system that, they also help to, fight their cases against, but whatever. And it, like, it's just ridiculous. It's just like, if you are brought up to as a black woman, not only are you black, but you are a woman at that, so you face racism and sexism in this society, yet somehow you're still able to get your PhDs, you're still able to ride around in Bentleys and, have nice houses, and you're educated, and you allow for these men to just eat off your plate because you
I don't
keep
want to call
babying
them men
them.
no more. I just don't want to call them men no more. Do you know what a man is? A man is a
These
motherfucker.
boys.
It's so fucking awesome to be a man. They have no idea what that is. No
You're,
idea.
you're right, DZ. We need to use the correct definition so we don't get viewers confused. So you're right. We shouldn't use men.
Males.
Orangutans.
Oh Lord. Let me see. Savannah Clamp is back. Welcome back, dear.
Hi, sorry about that. I was having
Did you want
technical
to say
issues.
something? Did you want to say something, Savannah?
I did, but I mean, I just feel like I just want to make sure I feel like I'm contributing something. But yeah, it's just I just don't get. I don't understand why you're just bad mouthing the women that support you. It's just I don't get why more of us
Because they
aren't
can.
divested.
Because they can. They literally can, and nothing's going to change. You can go to any live tomorrow. Just pick a live tomorrow in a manosphere, and then you watch what the women in the comment sections are saying. Watch what they say in the chat room. They just think that they're suffering from loneliness and this, that, and the third. They do coddle them. They coddle the shit out of them, but that's not going to happen over here. Everything that I've watched since 2006 has been nothing but bullshit coming from the dusty side of the world. It's been nothing but blaming you, being victims, and just being overall assholes. So the clapback can't be some pussyfied shit. You can go and do your femininity and all that stuff, but it is what it is. The clapback, I care about our image, okay? As far as it needs to have an opposite force. You can, like I said, do the femininity, do the level up and all that good stuff. That's cool. But I've been married for 26 years. I'm not on the market for none of that shit. I'm getting ready to change the image that's put out here. An alternative needs to be put out here because they've told everybody that your pussy stink, that you only worth $5, that you can't raise children, that you're not feminine, you're not soft, you're not worth a damn. So let's pull your draws down, sir, and show them what kind of long clit you working with.
But like to piggyback off of what DZ said, when she said that they were just coddling them in those comments, they're doing more than that, DZ. They're like, it's like pick meism times 10. It's like they're in the comment section jumping up and down, screaming, I'm different, choose me. They will call into these shows, be berated and everything, not just kitten heels. I mean, all of them. They will literally call on these shows and basically promote themselves. But yet nobody's asking for your number. Nobody asks what city you in. Don't nobody want to hear from you. Yet you are calling into these shows. You pay, you give them money, you super chat these men, and they don't do nothing for you. They're doing way more than coddling. They're jumping up and down in these comment sections on the phone and screaming, pick me, to the point where it is pathetic now. Now it's just sad, okay? This is just sad.
It
Mm-hmm.
is. They're paying to get noticed. It's the
Yeah.
saddest shit you ever heard. The dude that's on the platform could literally had just told you ain't shit, drowning your piss, and you come up and say, "Well, I agree that some of us need to, but I'm not like that." Girl, you
Yeah.
sound stupid as fuck.
Yeah, and these are the women that black men are actually talking about. I mean, black males are actually talking about. Like when black males sit here and say, "Oh, well, black women are too masculine. Y'all too, y'all are raising these boys to be ain't ish, and y'all should have chose better. And y'all are too masculine, and y'all won't let us be men, and y'all aren't feminine or submissive enough." What are these mammies doing? A lot of these mammies, they get into it with their baby daddies. A lot of these women, they raise their sons to not be ish. A lot of these women are very masculine. That's just the truth. When I see a lot of these mammies out in public, they got their bonnets on, they slippers, they nasty house robes on, they yelling, they screaming at their daughters, telling them to get the right milk from out the gas station. Like, it's ridiculous. So these women are literally what black men are talking about. And just like JoJo said, they will call into kitten heels and they will pander and try to get chosen. And my thing is this, like, I used to be a pick me. I grew out of that phase. But if you're going to be a pick me, at least be a pick me for somebody who can actually do something for you. The fact that being a pick me is already bad enough, but then you're a pick me to a group of men who can't do anything for you nor themselves, girl, you are the weakest link.
That's why when they say y'all are pick beefs for white men, well, ma'am, even if that was the case, you're essentially saying that we're being pick me's for the men that conquered the entire earth. So was that supposed to be a roast or no? Was that supposed to be a roast that somebody's being a pick me for the group of men that conquered your men? No,
Exa-
ma'am. That's not a roast.
Exactly, DC. And there was this video that had went viral just recently of a white woman telling a black man that black men need to put white black women in our place and stuff like that. I was more so curious about the comment section instead of the conversation because they will literally just sit there and listen to any opportunity for us as women to be put down. So I looked into the comment section and there was this dude talking about we are the second most desired and all. Y'all are really fucking delusional.
Yeah.
How are you this delusional?
Wait, what? They said
This
that?
man literally said that black men are the second most. He was going on this tirade about how they're always being put down by black women. They're always being told what they can do better, but they're the second most desired. So clearly they got their ish together. That's what was said.
They're actually the last. It's
That's
white man, Latino men, Asians, and they're the last. Before it used to be Asians, but now because of like the BTS and whatsoever, Asians have become third, have gone up the totem pole, and black men in correlation to other men are last.
but
That's not the
let me
only
tell you
stat
something,
they're
sis.
embarrassed
They're
on.
not comparing themselves to other men. They're comparing themselves to us.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And
And
black
then here's the other deal with the stats. They say that black women are the most obese. Guess who's the most obese men?
black males.
Them.
DustMasters. Yes. So
DZ,
they
but
the
that's
Yeah.
ones.
only if they compare themselves to other men. They're not doing that. Every time they do this, DZ, they're comparing themselves to us at all
Mhm.
times. They don't ever compare themselves to other men. It is the most out of the way thing to compare yourself as a man to another man. You literally go on the internet and spend your life comparing yourself to women.
But they're talking sexually though. They're not talking about economically or socially or intellectually. They're talking about when they say that they're the most desirable, let's be honest, black men's brain cells can only go so far. So what they're,
They got
and
brain cells.
right. Um when black men talk about themselves, they're really talking like females. They're talking sexually and how how they talk about the BBC and all this other stuff. But PH, the website says otherwise.
But
But what
even but
um
even
yeah.
sexually, they're not even number one. They're still again sexually because of the stereotype of Latin men being great lovers and like French men being great lovers. They're actually not even
I
close
have
to
to
the
take y'all
top.
word for it because I ain't never let none of them touch this prize, baby.
Me
Welcome, Pickles and
neither.
Jelly. Welcome to the panel,
Hey,
honey.
DZ, how are you
Hey,
doing?
I'm awesome. How are you? My
I'm
ass getting
alright.
goofy because it's late, but I'm awesome.
I don't think this woman realized how dangerous this situation was. And that's the thing. when we're speaking of, when any woman is speaking of interracially dating, like we already know the, you know, types of misogyny and craziness we deal with our own men. You know, she knows what she deals with her own men, you know, but since she's a preference, a lot of them think that, oh, like, oh, this stuff that these black women are complaining about, we're not going to deal with it because we're a preference and blah, 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 blah. I would never take any other woman's complaint from the specific group of men, their race, the new race that I'm stepping into. I'll never take that lightly. You see
Right,
what I'm
because we
saying?
know them better than we do.
Exactly. And I think that's what a lot of these Latino women and other preferential women are doing. And they're finding out the hard way, unfortunately. That's why we shouldn't really go back and forth with them ever.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah.
Definitely don't.
But a lot of other women do. They'll be going back and forth and doing all of this other stuff. And it's like,
out of
that's
jealousy. It's out of jealousy. They're still competing for that shit log. Why would you have an issue with them? Let me see who put them up to it. That was the Dusty that told Maria that she can come and say stupid shit. That was the Dusty that told Becky she can say stupid shit about you. They're getting all their talking points from him. So the source is him. I'm not studying nothing the non-black woman is talking about. She don't know. She has no idea. Go over there, baby. I'm talking about get away from these Dusties because that's where all the talking points come
But
from.
let me tell you, like, the properly thing. A white woman literally told me to stop dealing with black men. A whole white woman that's married.
Because she found out. She found out.
She's like, for real, she's married to a white man. Heard about a conversation I was having. This would be before I was even divested. She was like, listen, I heard what you said. And I think you need to start dating white men.
Wow.
Now, her words didn't click until I had my epiphany moment. But yes, before I was divested, a whole white woman told me to start dating white men. Well, because even she understands what's going on.
She probably had a bad experience like the majority of black women have.
But see, that's the thing though, because some of these people, they don't even mess with black males and they even see what's going on. So a lot of them, because here's the thing, they're not raised in the same society that black women are raised in. We are raised that we're supposed to give a brother a chance no matter what, even if 5, 6, 10 of them done you wrong, you supposed to just keep giving them a chance because not all brothers are the same. Now, a lot of these white women who don't even deal with black men, they have higher standards because they're not necessarily raised the same way that we're raised. So, you know.
I would like to also rewind it back to something DZ was talking about. You know, if you rewind this back to like right when YouTube was starting, like what, 2008 or something, black men used to always push this narrative that all the ills of the black community, all the reason why black men chase non-black women, it was all black women's fault. And so a lot of these non-black women, like you said, took the black man's talking points and allowed themselves to be gassed up with this nonsense. Now, fast forward, basically the black man told on himself and pulled down his own pants for the world to see. Because before social media, he controlled this narrative and put all that stuff on black women. But now, because of social media and the internet, the world sees it that it's him. They see that, hey, the real issue, the real reason for the chaos in the black community is the black man.
Well, you know, back then in 2008, when they was drinking the Kool-Aid, now those biracial babies are 13 and 14 years old. And now Baxter is saying the same shit that we've been saying since the 40s, okay? In small pockets.
And my thing is, if they're so desirable, then why is the highest percentage of children in foster care they're biracials? I mean, if they're so desirable, Becky and them, they would want to keep those biracial children as a marker of high status. Like,
Girl,
I'm proud I
Becky,
slept with a black man. But
and
no,
girl, Becky and Mei Ling, they know better. They know that they're not going to have a good man within their own damn community if they kept that child. They knew better.
Right.
Yeah, and
They
even
know.
when they get married, like black males don't even get married like that, but when they do, their divorce rate, believe it or not, it's higher when they're with Becky than they when they're with Keisha. Like, let's be honest. Like, and even in the black community, that's a whole different conversation there. Like, so when they say that they're the most desirable, and then you got Kitten Heels asking a black woman why aren't black women getting married like that? Well, the thing is that look at the divorce rate and look at the marriage rate for black men compared to other men.
You got to be a brave soul to tie your name legally down at the courthouse with one of these dusties. Girl, just go ahead and start your savings account, get it real chunky because you're going to have to pay all kinds of alimony. Don't tie yourself to that goddamn dusty. He don't have shit at
No,
all.
no, well,
that money, she need to have her money tied before she signs that marriage contract, because she's gonna have to pay all of his back child support to the other baby mamas, and plus, even if he is a unicorn, he'll probably start having issues on the job and quit the job after he gets married. So she
And
needs to
you
have
know,
that money on deck.
and you know
Quiet
one
Storm,
thing I'm
your device is not connected. Go ahead, JoJo.
what I'm about to say is like, being a mammy and a mule, it is one of the most generational things I have ever seen because it's just you see it all the time. Like, granted, there are a lot of Gen Z girls who don't care about Nakers at all, but there are still mammies seeping through the cracks to this day.
I'm always baffled when I see a very young mammy because she had access to all the receipts.
Oh,
All
girl,
the receipts.
Yeah.
I just witnessed one. A black dude went viral on TikTok for saying, "Why do you think black men?" He said, "A question for black women: Why do you think black men step out of their race?" Now, a smart bitch just would have said, "Bitch, I don't care." But she got ready. She did this while she was getting ready for bed, so the girl looked crazy, and literally cyber slurp black men, called us aggressive and loud
I know what
and
you're talking about.
mad. Girl, yes, and she was dark skinned and overweight.
Exactly. And this might sound harsh, like I might get dragged for saying this, but when I see black girls in my generation cry about black men, I have zero sympathy. It's like, okay, whatever. It's like I don't feel bad for you. I don't sympathize with you anymore. I don't feel bad because at the end of the day, you're sitting here crying about your abuser. You know that you can do better. You know that you have options. You know that you are better than them, and it's just like, what are you crying for? You're crying over a group of men who you haven't even met. You don't know all these black men that you're crying about as a collective. So if you don't know them, why are you valuing them? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, so this is why I just don't have sympathy for them. I don't, care anymore. It's just like you're crying, and it's just like, at what point are we just supposed to just not have sympathy for these girls anymore? Because it's just like you wouldn't be crying, like if the roles were reversed, black boys would not be on the internet crying
Hell no.
because black girls were bullying them. The only time they say, "Oh, well, I went to white girls because black girls ain't like me." No, they're just trying to cover up their self-hate. But other than that, black boys don't come on here crying because black girls said that they were too dark. So these little girls, they can miss me with the, "Oh, what is it, black man? Was I supposed to bleach my skin? Am I not good enough for you,
I
black
remember
man?"
that dumbass bitch did that. I'm
Like,
like,
girl, what?
what?
These boys
Trinity,
can't even read. Like, I don't feel bad for you. I don't sympathize for you. I don't feel sorry for you. And it is what it is. I might get dragged for saying that, but oh well.
Trinity, let me help you out, right? It's because they think that they're better. Let me tell you why. There are so many mammies that cyber slurp black men to the point where they're earning money from the internet from doing it, and they're still single. Girl, no husband, no nothing. There's a mammy right now who's all over the internet, always talking about how she's submissive and she'll submit and she's black men only, and all it is, baby, still single, living in that apartment all by her damn self. Still ain't got no man. They always think I'm okay. Well, I'm submissive. She wasn't submissive. Oh, well, I'm natural. Oh, yeah, she natural too. She all the way down to the blueprint. Barely wear makeup, all of that. She goes, "Oh, well, I'm natural. I don't wear makeup. I don't wear weave. I don't do this. I don't do that."
Toffee Tastic, where the hell you been, girl? Toffee says, "Girl, when you gonna host the Snow Buffalo and Beckisha Awards? Thank you, Beckisha, for your service. Hallelujah." That would be a good award show. Yeah, thank y'all for taking those off of the hands. You're gonna have to pry him from a lot of mammies, but please take him. Take the trash out and close the door behind you, and thank you. And Quiet Storm, you're still not connected, baby girl. We're gonna
Like
get there.
She might
exactly,
have to leave and
they
come back.
connect submissiveness out. One of y'all just said it in the comment section: submissiveness equals abuse. It's more than that. It's slavery. It's slavery. Black men want slaves.
They
When
do.
you listen to these men talk about submission and what they believe submission is, or what they believe femininity is, they're talking about a slave. They're not talking about a woman that they love and care for. No, they're talking about a bona fide slave.
Mm-hmm. Cook,
Period.
clean, cook, clean, and eat my booty hole on Tuesdays and
Oh
Thursdays. Think
hell
it's a
no.
game.
And, and if you,
And after all of that, they want you to split bills with them and go 50-50. Oh, well, relationships is all about 50-50. You got to go 50-50 with me. Although you're oppressed, you can't do anything. The system won't let you do anything. The white man won't let you do anything. The kids in China won't let you do anything. You're just so oppressed. You're such a victim of slavery, even though that happened decades and decades ago. But yeah, you want submission, and then you also want 50-50. Bye.
Girl, did you
well,
not see that video that Lex Exodus just did? This teacher who made $40,000 a year went 50-50 with her tech boyfriend who made $150,000 a year. And
Oh
she
God.
starved on a luxurious trip that he wouldn't pay for. She literally got a second job to pay for the trip, and it wasn't enough. So she would stay in the hotel while he go do everything on the itinerary and going as far as to starve. And she goes 50-50 with this man, a whole black man.
Ashley
And
Lauren, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it.
wait,
Y'all, mammies,
no,
another announcement. If y'all are eating booty holes, listen, you should not have to go 50-50. That right there is already health cautious enough. Baby, putting your tongue in a dirty asshole, you shouldn't have to pay half the bills. You risking your life to have that dusty. Carry on.
there was in the forum, I remember this was posted on Reddit. So in the forum, like he was like basically asking people if they thought he was like out of line or out of like if he was wrong for what he did, or and people were just like, what? Like, and he was then like, after getting all of the responses, he was like, well, no one told her to come. She should get someone who's, she can't afford me. She got to get somebody who's, I need to get somebody on my level. And it's like, dude, like, you don't do that. Like, and that's the thing. Like, people are talking about having a man. You can have a man and not have a protector and provider. The purpose of having one is to have a mate who can protect and provide, because women have children. Like, people miss the whole entire thing. It's like a man. And it's like, no, Black men in themselves do not hold value.
Black women in my age group and the ones that came before us, the assholes that came before us, used to say shit like having a half a man is better than having no man at all. And I shit you not, they used to say that shit. A lot of them used to say that shit. A half a man is better than no man at all. Welcome to
or
the panel, Quiet Storm. Sorry about that. Hey, Quiet Storm, you finally made it up.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you good.
Oh wow, okay, this is my first time.
Really? I could have swore you've been up here before.
Well, I've never had mic on or camera or anything,
Okay.
because I wasn't really sure how this works. So
Okay.
I just listen and try to comment.
Thank you for coming to add.
Thank you. I miss you so much on Facebook. You had wonderful posts.
Girl,
Um,
the mammies couldn't take that truth.
I
They
know
couldn't take that truth.
I'm in Facebook jail because apparently it's okay for a Dusty to call me a slut and wish violence on me, but I said stop harassing me, hood rat, and I got blocked and a message from Facebook that I was bullying.
That's too much. You know that they're a protected class. For you can be a slut. He can call you slut all day long. He can call you anything he want. But if you call a black man black, Facebook will take your ass down.
And you know, and the killing part is that Facebook is owned by a white man. You know, the same white man who has been oppressing them.
Yeah, they run to them every time they have an issue, though.
Yes, it's also owned by a white man who's of a certain demographic that I won't get into, that has manipulated society to be seen as a protective class at
Yeah,
themselves.
you better not go there, because if you think
Yeah,
you're
I
in
won't. I
Facebook,
can't.
you'll be in YouTube jail saying that shit. And thank you, Jordan, for the super chat.
So I'm sorry. I'll leave it at that.
But yeah, every time they have an issue, they go to that oppressive white man.
Yes.
Go figure.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's finish grading this damn video. Here we go.
I left the tip. So check this out. You give me 250. Look it. We gonna make this real easy. I'll unfollow you. I'll unfollow you on Instagram. You give me 250, and I'll act like this never happened. Yeah, this is just half of your tip. This is not even. This is way more. That's actually way less than what I actually want from it.
Dude,
I really want like 5.
You've been begging me to go on a date with you
I
for
know.
3 months.
I know, and I literally just regretted it. I literally just regretted it.
Just told you.
Oh my gosh.
Yes to go on a date with you. Do you understand?
Do you think that's gonna?
Do you see
all
what
right.
this is right now?
You know what?
That was the best part of the video to me. She said, "Do you see what this is right now?" And she showed her body. She like, "Do you understand that you can't afford this? I'm too good for you, and you are delusional. No, you can't fuck me. Sorry, I'm out of your league." And she left.
She's so lucky she was able to walk away with her life dealing with that Dusty.
Fortunately, they was in a public place. So therefore, well, I'm not saying that he wouldn't have attacked her because people around, because they did that to the girl in New York with that eyeball situation. But I'm glad she tried that shit in public. She should have brought her tennis shoes. As soon as they came out, she started running. She should have changed her shoes and got the hell up out of there. But y'all, don't go on dates with Dusties. They gonna want you to fuck. I mean raw. And not no quickie. They gonna want to get up in your ass for real. Hold on a second. Yeah, Corey, listen. This guy is dumb. He's broke. 9 times out of 10, he's dangerous. He's entitled. And he's a jackass. It just is what it is.
Yeah, like this one woman literally told her story. This one woman talked about how she went on a date with a dude. She went half on it. They ate the food in the car, and he had the audacity to ask her for some head.
What?
A real story I read, and like I'm just like, for real. And she was so damn mad because she just vented in this comment section. Like she let it all hang out.
Her face says it all right now. I mean, that's when you think of Dusty, that's the face that happens. There is nothing good about them. Nothing. Nothing. Even if it's your family member, like I keep saying, there's nothing good about them. I need to find her information though. And when we get in the Discord or whatever, see if they put in the parentheses that this is a goddamn skit.
Yeah, I was wondering what her Instagram was.
I thought he was going to say it because you know they love doxing people.
Whether it's a skit or not, these are actual things that actually happen when you go on dates with a Dusty. This is common practice. This isn't rare. This is what they do.
Girl, they're trying to normalize having a date in a car. Like they literally posted a photo of 2 people, a man and a woman, sitting in a car with a whole bunch of food. It was like, do you consider this a date? They're trying to normalize it. It's worse than that. They're not going to take you to no Salt Bay restaurant. They're going to buy food at a drive-thru, put it in the car, and say, okay, let's have our date right here. They literally posted that photo, and it circulated the internet for, weeks?
I saw that photo.
Yes, asking people, do you consider this a date?
All those. Oh, I know what you're talking about. All those Facebook posts you see where a man doesn't. A black male, excuse me, I'm sorry, DZ, black male post something completely unacceptable, and he's like, well, would you accept this? And then all those pick me mammies run out and say, oh yeah, that's fine. I think the latest one I saw was where this dude had made spaghetti and just put it in a big tub, and he said that the
Girl.
girl was upset that he didn't have plates and somewhere to eat it with.
He literally didn't have nothing but what he cooked it in, and he put the spaghetti in that big old tub. You know that big old tub of ice cream you get? He
Yep.
literally cleaned it out and put the spaghetti in there. And he had these big utensils that he cooked with. He didn't even have no silverware or no plates. And
That's
she
disgusting.
left. So he took a photo, posted it to the internet, and said, is she out of pocket for leaving, or would you accept this? And guess what? Pick Me is all up in there. Or I would have sat down and ate because at least he thought about me enough to cook.
Yeah, I've seen
Chicken
posts
and
like that
spaghetti and
before.
some rolls.
Listen, these pygmies would sit down and eat off the floor with a dusty, okay?
Why is it always the bottom of the barrel shit? They have a Facebook trend and an Instagram trend of seeing how low you can go. How low you can go. You already at the bottom. Let's see if I can get these bitches to go a little bit lower. How about this can of Vienna sausages and a candle? Is that a date?
I think that's another reason why black males look at us as the come up woman, and how they leave us when after we have done all the hard work, because we don't require a lot of things. And another thing I wanted to piggyback off of real quick, with the whole car ride situation, like the car ride date. I don't know if it's because I'm young, but for me, I would not mind that if that was like our 50th date. Like I would like for me, I think it'll probably be romantic. You eat some food in the car, get to talk or whatever. If it's like Chick-fil-A or something, I don't know, maybe because I'm a teenager and I just think that's cute. But if it's like a first, second date, hell no.
Trinity, you know what? They bringing back drive-ins. They're making them more entertaining. If you're going to do that, do it in a drive-in type of situation.
Right.
Welcome to the panel, Zatanna,
Hi.
1878. How are you?
I'm good. I hope everybody else is good too.
We're awesome.
It's funny listening to this topic because I actually had a former best friend who felt like driving Uber was a good idea for a date. Like,
what you mean?
Like, she enjoyed driving Uber with her friend, and she was like, "Yo, this would be like a dope ass idea for a date." And I was like, "What?"
I'm confused, legit. I'm confused. So I'm legit confused. That shit's so fucking dusty. I'm confused at how it's a date.
Yeah, she like. I don't know. She was going around asking people, and she was like, "Yeah, my cousins agreed. They thought that would be a dope idea for a date." They was like, "It just can't be a first date." And she was like, "Okay, it can't be a first date." And I'm like, "It's just not a date." Period.
So somebody actually, one of the people that's involved in the date work at Uber, and they pick up their date, or they just ride an Uber together.
Like. The
See
dude,
how dusty this shit is?
I know the dude.
It's so confusing. That's why I can't get it.
That dude work for Uber.
Wait, can you?
It's so stupid. I feel stupid just describing it. Dude work for Uber. Ask a girl out on a date, and the date is her being in a car with him while he does Uber. That's what this girl told me was a good idea.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
You know what? At
dusty.
this
I'm
point,
sitting here thinking about it. I'm trying to wrap my mind around it. It's so goddamn dusty. I can't even get it. I can't even get it.
I'm an honor roll student, and I can't. I don't know what to say.
At this point, the bar is in hell. Like the bar is in hell, and Satan is playing with it like a dildo. At this point, like that's how low the bar is.
Cheap women go on cheap dates. It's as simple as that. Like, either like, and it's not to objectify, but I feel like men think in terms of like objects. They're very object-oriented brains. So it's like, oh, this woman right here is the $100 woman. This woman over here is the 1,000. This over here is the 1 million. And they really want the 1 million, but it's like, what do I have? I mean, I guess, all right.
They're settling. They're literally settling because they hate black women. They hate them.
So and the standards are low.
Right. Riding around in an Uber with him.
Yeah.
A mammy would be like, at least he's at work. At least he got a job. It's always least. At least he's. Can y'all pick this motherfucker up off the floor for a second and get some standards? Just for a couple of seconds.
They don't have it. Like, this has been said so many times, but they're never going to get it. Once when black women start to have standards, and once when black women start to choose better, we're all going to come to the realization that black men do not make the damn cut. They don't make the cut. When you choose better, they can tell you to choose better all damn day, but they will never understand that when we choose better, you don't make the cut.
And just piggybacking off what we were talking about earlier, we talk about like how mammies and pick-me's are made to have such low standards, but I don't remember who was talking about it, but they were talking about like mammy mothers berating their sons for spending money or taking a girl out. That's how it starts.
Mercury ruled. Welcome to the panel. I've never seen you before. What's going on? Mercury ruled.
The DZ pause.
Yeah, that's the DZ pause. And also, I think this might be an ashy. Mercury ruled. May I help you, ma'am or sir?
No, I don't think that's a Dusty. They said hi in the chat.
Okay. Let me.
While we're waiting on them.
Right.
Because that's insane. Damn, I done lost my train of thought already.
I have something to say. I guess I used to be a pick me. Cause like I dated a guy and okay, let me just give an example of what he did.
Can you speak up for us a little bit?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm giving an example of what my ex-boyfriend did. He bought me food at the movie theater, and then he said because he paid for it, he should get to like have some. So he literally made me take a few bites out of my burger, and I was just like, wow.
Okay, so here it is. We've had ride around with Uber, you're supposed to get sex. $600 steaks, you're supposed to get sex. Chick-fil-A, you're supposed to get sex. Dates in the car, you're supposed to get sex. So anytime you entertain a Dusty, you know what it means? They want to fuck. Go in at your own risk. That's all I can say. I couldn't imagine it. That's what nightmares are made of for me. Sex with a black dude. Ugh.
And they want us to have, and that's the thing too that annoys me about Dusties is that they want us to be prostitutes, but then they talk about how black women can't keep their legs closed. That's the thing. Like, they don't really genuinely hate hoes, quote unquote.
Oh shit, Dusties love hoes. What you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They want us to be prostitutes, but then they also want us to be housewives to dust. Like, that's the shit that I be talking about. Like, I can really write a book about black men and make so much money off of that. Like, I should do.
They want a virgin and a vixen all at the same time.
Yeah, they want you to be a freak in the sheets and just look like a nun outside of the house.
Correction, they love free hoes. Because prostitution and free don't come in the same sentence. That don't match. They want free hoes. They want you to have, no expectations. Just come slinging that dirty nastiness in front of you for no reason.
Well, I know 1, 2, and 3 things. 1 thing, I enjoyed y'all tonight. Number 2, I can't wait to our movie tomorrow. And number 3, are we going to the Discord next or no?
Sure,
I'll be there.
I'm down.
It looks like a Bronx Tale is going to win. So let me drag this $600 steak real quick, and then we can do the damn thing. So y'all check this out. Whether it was a skit or not, are you prepared to tell me? Thank you, Patricia. Black women can have preferences too. Remember that. Damn right. And my preference right now is to drag a motherfucking Dusty. $600 is less than a car payment in this here household. $600 can't buy my mortgage. It really can't pay my streaming services bills. He wanted this woman to go ahead and give him all the ass for a piece of meat. Now, it's several people that came up in here, Mimi included, and a couple of other people that was in the chat saying that this is indeed a skit. But how far-fetched is this? If it was not true or not like them, guess what? This live wouldn't have never happened. Y'all know full well that stuff like this has happened and worse. And on top of that, the Dusty Collective are number one at aggressively taking sex that no one offered to them. What so goddamn ever? Be careful out here because they telling you straight up they not fucking around with y'all. Here's the deal. Let's say this is a skit. He thought it was funny to make a skit saying that you and any other woman should be fucking him because he bought you dinner. Do you understand me? Something that people do every single solitary day is eat dinner. And for a normal daily function, he wants you to fuck him. Y'all better stay your ass away from these dusties. You have been warned. And next time I bring my ass up here, you'll be warned again. I appreciate y'all and y'all up here. I will see y'all at the movies tomorrow. And I'll see you in the chat, in the Discord in a little bit. That's what's up. Love y'all to pieces. I'm out of here. Bye.